Oh man, drifting through a still room, walls breathing slow, pressure sitting low in the corners. Every sound feels louder when the world goes quiet. My mind switches on before anything else moves. Quiet heat rising around me, and I see everything. I feel the shift when the room goes warm. Pressure in the air, but I stay informed. I read the tone before the words get born. I see the truth in the smallest storm. I move in silence, sharp and sworn. I've walked through nights that left me torn, but I came back heavy, mind reborn. Awareness deep, that's how I'm formed. Awareness in the quiet heat. I see the truth before it speaks. I move ahead while others freeze. I read the room with perfect ease. I rise in shadows, rising tall. Mind awake, I stand alone. I've stood in corners where the lies felt thick. I've heard the truth in the words they pick. I've seen the cracks in the stories quick. I've watched the weak try to play their tricks. I've held my calm when the air felt slick. I've stayed awake when the pressure clicked. I've kept my mind sharp, heavy, strict. Awareness deep, that's my gift. Awareness in the quiet heat. I see the truth before it speaks. I move ahead while others freeze. I read the room with perfect ease. I rise in shadows, rising tall. Mind awake, I stand alone. I don't get fooled by the surface show. I don't get moved by the words they throw. I've learned to feel what they don't let show. I've learned to see what they hide below. I've watched intentions start to glow. I've watched the patterns come and go. I've stayed awake when the world said no. Awareness rising always grows. Awareness in the quiet heat. I see the truth before it speaks. I move ahead while others freeze. I read the room with perfect ease. I rise in shadows. Stood in silence when the world felt loud. I walked through pressure that shook the crowd. I've held my stance when the air got proud. I've kept my mind sharp, never bowed. I've seen the shift when the tone allowed. I've felt the lies when the voice got loud. I've stayed awake when the world got clouded. Awareness deep, never doubted. Awareness in the quiet heat. I see the truth before it speaks. I move ahead while others freeze. I read the room with perfect ease. I rise in shadows, rising tall. Mind awake, I stand alone. I'm built from moments that sharpen sight. I'm built from nights where I held my light. I'm built from truth, not fear or spite. I'm built from battles that made me right. I'm built from shadows that taught me fight. I'm built from silence that gave me height. I'm built from everything that shaped my life. Awareness, warm mind ignites. Awareness in the quiet heat. I see the truth before it speaks. I move ahead while others freeze. I read the room with perfect ease. I rise in shadows, rising tall. Mind awake, I stand alone. One breath, slow pulse, mind awake. I feel the shift before it forms. I see the truth before it moves. Awareness is my armor. Silence is my weapon. Silence is my weapon. Silence is my weapon.